Supermax ADX. They actually, well, I didn't go from there because Supermax ADX do not have a release program. What they did was they put me in a step down for a week, and then the night before I got shipped, they shipped me over. The night before I got out, they shipped me over to the USP Florence and kept me in the hole, and I discharged from the hole at USP Florence.
Who were you in Supermax with?
I was in Supermax with Larry Hoover, King Blood, Larry Hoover being the leader of the GDs, King Blood being the Latin King Blood leader, Louis Felipe, I think his name, I'm not sure. Jeff Ford, the leader of the Air Rookins and the Black Peace Stone Rangers. Me and Malik, we call him Malik, me and him was tight. Then you had Wayne Perry, which are known from DC. And going on, you had the Unabomber, which died while I was there, Ted Kaczynski. You had the Olympic Bomber, which was Eric Rudolph, which was in the cell next to me, crying like a baby over his foot hurting. Then you had the Nathaniels, you had Silverstein. If you look Silverstein up, he's the longest man ever to be held in solitary confinement, 40 years. I was around every bomber. I was unfortunately Woody Harrison, daddy had died before I got there. I had met him at the FCI Medical Center, but man, it's something I'm missing too. It was so, I mean, it was just everybody who was the worst of the worst, they could not. And then when El Chapo came down there, like a few months before about almost 8 months before I left, they kicked us out of E unit with the double, cause I'm SAMS, I'm high max, SAMS Special Administrative Management, which means I have to be behind two doors. So what they did, they took the whole SAMS unit, that whole 12 people, 12, 24, 48 people, and they kicked everybody out there and put us behind one door. We were laughing like cheers. God dog, we ain't got but one door now. You know, everybody trying to figure out how to get out of it. So they move us there, and we tripping now. Why? So you had Rock from Dead Man Incorporated. With me and him was cool. So Rock was good. They had him going over there working. They had him and a couple more other dudes being trustees. And Rock was coming back letting us know, man, they digging up the whole foundation. They digging up this, man. They finna. So we thought, because you know you had to talk with sign language down there when they put you on the inside, so everybody knew sign language. So we thought they were putting microphones in there. So the people would say, all would say, listen, when you go back, talk with nothing but sign language because they're going to have the microphone. Anybody talk about anything over the till that's dry ratting. And that's what we had said. And then we found out later that Gooseman was going there. And at that time, we like, who the hell is Gooseman? They said, they putting him in the whole thing, then that's El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? So they took El Chapo and they redid that whole thing, reinforced it, and they got that man on a whole till that 48 people supposed to be on.
So he got the whole till.
He got the whole E. He got the whole E.
So he got a little apartment.
Yeah, but he's when I seen him, and this another part to this. When I seen him, when they put me in the step down unit before you could see E unit, and his general, I got the card with his general. They made it for me, and they signed it for me. And the General Freddie was trying to get us to knock on the thing and contact him, let him, tell him something. But he didn't know sign language. So we couldn't. So we knocked on the thing, he looked over there, but he spent his time looking up. People thought he was going crazy. I thought he was trying to figure out a way to get out of there. Cause he was always just looking up and looking at the wall. Cause you got surrounded by walls, you got the ball wall up there on top of it. He was always just in that corner looking up. So I was thinking he seen something, but he was in that corner looking up. So we told Freddie we trying to get at him. He don't respond. So then the police started hearing us knocking. So what they started doing is they wouldn't bring him out while we was in. They would wait till we come out on that side Then that's when they started doing his Rick, so that we couldn't be trying to get his attention. But that yeah, that's I was
How much time did you do?
I did 27 years and I think about 5 or 6 months. Me, I call it I think I said 9,900 and probably 96 days.
27 and a half years. How long have you been home now?
I've been home 3 years and about 7 months.
3 years, 7 months. How I feel to be free?
It's like a mix. It feel good to be free, but it feel bad not to be comfortable. See, because I had found myself of a comfortability in jail. I knew how to manage it. I knew how to deal with it. I knew what to expect every day. Out here, I don't. I don't know how to work phones. I don't know how to do nothing. Everybody out here, if they 3 years old, smarter than me, and dealing with situations, I don't like being behind a ball like that where I have to depend on other people, and that puts me at a place where, in some time when it get to, and my latest thing been dying. I tell you this about jail, unless you kill somebody, don't a lot of people die around you. In this last week and something, I done had 7 homeboys die, and then they don't die. These people ain't died from nobody shooting them or whatever. They died from natural causes. So this, it kind of mess you up. You don't see that much death there. Last person I seen to die was Silverstein. I didn't see that. I heard die was Silverstein. But now you come out here and life is more closer now. When they call me and say, hey, well, such and such died. Okay, that was distant. All right, okay, I hear you. But when you out here, you got to. That's why I told him. I said, man, I can't go no more funerals. The funeral's killing me.
The films, huh? So you come home. Um, you started your. What's the name of your podcast?
My podcast is BXBZ, but it's Bamm Bamm Raw TV is the actual podcast. But go to YouTube, BXBZ. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving to him. I got letters right now from Wayne Perry, the Nathaniel's Skip. His niece just sent me a letter. He talking about me and she said he love you, man. He said you the solid ever. I got from letters from Wayne Perry saying the same thing, man. He said you the solid. I always believe I thought my enemies. I always thought my enemy was incarceration. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that y'all got me for some stuff, but y'all ain't got me for what y'all say y'all did, and the evidence didn't pan out. So I feel like I was unrightfully, if you'd gave me 15 years for the list stuff you had or something like that, but when you started talking about 65 and this and that going on, I felt like you was overextending yourself on being just, and I didn't accept it. I didn't accept it. So I went in there. That's why I never made penitentiary my home. I never made the federal penitentiary. I never had nothing on my wall. I never had no picture on my wall, no nothing. I always considered myself a captive.
All right, look. Before we get out, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Oh man, I got a bunch of shout outs. Hold on, let me pull out my list.
Yeah.
I want to send shout out to Big Papa, naturally, our local man. I want to send out to Hot Boy Gator. I want to send out to P Wizzy. You know what I'm saying? I want to send out to all the people who trying to take some of the energy that they got and put it into something positive. Because I would not recommend giving up your freedom for anything less than something that you have to. I say I would not recommend it to nobody. People sit there and they talk and they say, you scared of penitentiary. I ain't scared of penitentiary. I broke penitentiary. Penitentiary didn't break me. But when something don't make sense, man, you have to realize, do it make sense to do this here? You do say they get money, but they do more killing than they do getting money. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, them two things don't come together. They don't come together. When you sitting here, you drawing attention to yourself with this senseless stuff. You ain't getting money because ain't nobody gonna do nothing but replace you. They gonna lock you up and they gonna replace you. So I'm not an advocate of being a gangster and being dangerous no more. I'm more an advocate of being an entrepreneur and getting your money how you get it. I can't tell you how to get it, but I'm gonna tell you use your senses when you get it. Look at what work and what don't work. All these people, you got these people, they wait till they get rich to do something crazy. You sitting there, you got a successful record out, you got all this shit doing, then you go do some crazy stuff trying to be a gangster. Gangsters don't try to be gangster. They do what they have to do. And when they learn better, they do better. Why I'm sitting here and wait till I get $1 million to kill myself, or wait till I get $1 million to send myself to jail. That's the reason I'm out here, to get some money to take care of my people. I got the money to take care of my people. Now I'm gonna take myself away from them. I'm gonna take myself out of the equation. That's a backward thing. And every animal, everything that God, and I'm gonna say this here, man, and this ain't, people can say it's anti-racist or whatever. Everything that God has created, had from the germ that's in your body, the code that's in your body. When you getting rid of that code with your medication or whatever, and that code down to its last, and it's finna be expelled out your body. That's when that code is the strongest, because you gotta find another host. If a dude cough in your face when he almost through with a cold, it's 100 times more powerful because it's trying to live. Everything that God done created trying to live except the black man. That I don't understand.
All right, tell them all the channels how they can contact you with all your.
Well, you can get on Bamm Bamm Raw TV, but go to my YouTube BXBZ. Go to my YouTube BXBZ, and then you go to Bamm Bamm Raw TV. I'm selling my BXBZ gear. I got a book called Am I a Monster? You can find that on Amazon. And if you can't, then you get at me on Bamm Bamm Raw TV, get at me. I'm like, I ain't gonna steal nobody's phrase, but if you answer me, I answer right back.
Mr. Answer Right Back. Wow, we out, y'all.
This Terrance Gangsta Williams, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Mr. Answer Right Back, a.k.a. the People Champ, Terrance Williams.